Hey team, good to see you. Here I am back again, reflecting on the year that was 2025. Now, there were a few movies that came out this year, not as many perhaps as in other years, maybe some good ones that you thought were good. And I'm just going to rattle off a couple that I thought, for me personally, were the best movies of the year. For me. I mean, you might disagree. Feel free to disagree. Tell me what movies you thought were the best of 2025. If it was 2024, I would have actually said Deadpool and Wolverine because that came out in 2024, but that was phenomenal. In 2025, there were two movies that stood out. My favorite, however, one I'm wearing the t shirt for, was the Thunderbolts movie, which might be a surprise. Right? I really enjoyed the Thunderbolts movie. I thought the sense of humor was really good, the storyline was good, the pacing. I did think, the camera work was outstanding. I did think it was woefully underbought. There didn't seem to be as many people going to see it in the actual theatre as there could have been because it was a really good movie. And I thought its depiction about depression and mental illness in general, and what people need to do with regards to it, I thought that was, really important and a great story for them to do. And I think they did it incredibly well. And I know it didn't have a lot of star power necessarily as you might think within it. It didn't really have the big bad was more psychological than it was an actual person, but it was still, I think, a good enough threat. I guess you could say Valentina was a big bad as well, but it certainly was a very good film. I do think that the whole new Avengers thing with the little asterisks, they may have spoilt that a bit because that was a good reveal, but most people knew by that point that that's what the reveal was going to be. But the actual characters themselves were really, really good. I was very pleased with it. Now, I did think because the number two for me, right, was the Fantastic Four, which was, in my opinion, a really good movie as well, and a welcome addition to the Marvel franchise. To be honest, it didn't grab me as much as the Thunderbolts movie did. To be honest. Um, and I thought the characterizations were done very well in that. Sue Storm in particular was done brilliantly well. Reed Richards done very well. I think Johnny Storm could have been developed a bit more. I think the Thing could have been developed a bit more. It did kind of feel like we'd just leapt into the story as opposed to having had other movies with them. It was a good film. It was a very good film, but again, one that possibly I think, yeah, I preferred the Thunderbolts movie. I honestly did. It was for me. It was a great film. Really, really pleased with it. So that for me is the best movie of 2025. Now, obviously, in 2026, there's going to be at least one Spider-Man film. I think there's at least one. I think the other animated one's coming out in 2027. I think. And then there's going to be maybe the Avengers Doomsday, I think, coming out in 2026, maybe towards the end of 2026. So there could be some real contenders next year for movie of the year for me. So I'm quite looking forward to it because after Avengers Doomsday, obviously there's going to be Avengers Secret Wars, which is part one and two. So there will be a lot to discuss and a lot to think about with regards to those. But for me, again, number one movie 2025 was the Thunderbolts movie. I really, really liked it, enjoyed it, and I've watched it probably too many times, to be perfectly fair. Probably creeping up on about 20 times now that it's gone onto streaming. And I've had many conversations with other people about it as well. So, but what about you? What was your favourite movie 2025? Comment in the comments. Right? Like, comment, subscribe, all the usual things, helps with the algorithm. But what did you think was the best movie of 2025? Maybe it was the Thunderbolts for you as well, or maybe something different. Maybe something I haven't seen. All right, because I haven't seen a lot this year. I didn't go and see the new Jurassic World one. Didn't really interest me particularly. And some of the ones that are coming out, I did go and see the Superman movie. I did. I have to admit that came out this year too. But I was a bit underwhelmed. I thought that is a good movie. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. It was a good movie, but definitely not for me movie of the year. Um, and yeah, so maybe it was for you. All right, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, team, hey Corneta, have a fantastic day. And if I don't see you before, have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hey Corneta, goodbye.